Hello, everybody. All right. I still don't know what to present. So let's look at. Can I not unpresent things? No, I want to look back at what we were doing. I don't even remember what we were trying to present to. Let's present. Let's try presenting. This. Maybe this will change your mind? Yawn. Need help. Tizius, help me. I wonder. You wonder what? Tizius. Help me. I wonder. You are not helping me. You are not helping me. I don't even remember what you were trying to present. Oh, something to change their mind, right? What happens when we present the tape? Okay, that's time. I have it for sure. Please, can I? Your honorable tyranny, I think we're finished here. Think you might be right, buddy. Wait, a little disappointed to be honest. Thought I'd be better showed in this. Don't. Daria, let's go. Sigh. Wait! Attention everyone! Before we do anything hasty that we might regret later, I have a few facts to point out. The lock was vandalized using a sharp cutting implement. Although this could have indeed been accomplished using the nail file found in Daria's locker, there are other items aboard this train car that could achieve a similar effect. For example, a bladed strife specubus. There is someone sitting in the galley right now currently in possession of such an item. To not consider all possibilities at this juncture would be irresponsible. Therefore, I suggest the defense call this new witness to the stand. You mean Tagiri? Tagiri, this jade blood accuses you of committing the capital offense of vandalizing a sacred historical artifact, which also happens to be a subversive contraband. I like how the law that was drawn was the tape. Do you understand the gravity of this accusation? It is a double crime. What if I did do it? Excuse me? What? Haha, wild. What? Oh, my voice. Is this a confession? We're just talking hypotheticals here. See, the troll who committed this crime was both nimble with a blade and a true brain genius. And while I will not admit to anything that would incriminate me, based on these attributes, you are right to suspect me. Oh my god, are we really doing this? I must defend my honor. I wouldn't expect a low blood to understand. We're the same blood caste, you absolute dumbass. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to her. Joey's not gonna rise to some weak bait like, just try me. Let the games begin. Let's engage in a thought experiment. Let's say I did it. Let's say we are having a deeply intellectual exchange of free speech in which the possibility of my participation in such an act would not result in prosecution. In such a model, one might say that this crime could not have been accomplished with a third-rate specubus such as a nail file. The cut is too elegant to have been inflicted by a plebeian using a feminine grooming tool. If you were to say that this crime was indeed a feat of agility and intellect, then it must have been committed by the most cunning warrior poet on the train. In theory. Are you satisfied? The current witness is obviously trolling the court. Well, you aren't... Yeah, aren't we, all trolls here? We sure are. Sigh. Anyway, something is still bugging me. Let's go over it again, from the top. If you insist. Let's engage in a thought experience. I'm gonna press this. Wait! Is that true that it's not possible for the lock to have been cut by a nail file? I don't understand. Isn't this testimony in your favor? He's asserting that your client could not have possibly committed the crime that she is accused of. Well, in that argument, my line of inquiry benefits you, so why are you arguing? Well, that's because she loves to argue. I do not! She always picks a fight about how she doesn't want to pick fights. Are you trying to embarrass me in front of every stranger we meet on this trip? I wonder. The nail file is the best reinforced corundite slab on the market. It would be quite sufficient to cut through one of the cheap locks we use. Link! You're not helping. I'm not trying to. He's my favorite so far. He gives no shits. So it'd be more accurate to say that it's your opinion that the lock could not have been cut by a third-rate blade like a nail file. You could say that. Your honorable tyranny... Crap. I'm sorry. I'm so bad at this. Concurred. Move it along. He looks so bored. He looks as if he highly regrets doing this. In such a model, one might say that this crime cannot... Blah, blah. The cut is too elegant. You know about cuts. Let's talk. Wait, stop. Is this a confession? Not as such. It's a dialectical experiment. What does that even mean? It means that he is wasting the court's time. Objection, your honorable tyranny. This entire digression is pointless. Back on track, girls. Let's press this one. But why? It is the duty of the philosopher to ask questions. No, I mean, why should we guarantee that you won't get prosecuted? Promising that you won't face consequences for what you say is kind of like giving you special privileges. I didn't realize this court was being run by a bunch of CJWs. Are you seriously accusing me of high blood privilege? No, I'm accusing you of being a coward. The worst thing. It's worse than death. He looked so, upset about being called a coward. I see that I underestimated you, but in order to defeat me in this theoretical paradigm, you must first prove that I had the motive and the means to compensate for your natural deficiencies. I will throw you a bone and admit that, in such a mode, one might say that this crime could not have been accomplished with a third-rate speculus such as a nail file, in my opinion. In theory. Okay, press. Stop right there. You dare cut me off in the middle of a sentence? Yes, I dare. It's my right as a defensive No, it is extremely rude. What? Hate to break it to you, kid, but interrupting witnesses is pretty rude. Let me get this straight. Lying, murder, blackmail, blatant contempt of court. Okay. Interrupting, definitely out of bounds. Yeah, what do you think we are? Complete monsters? Yes. Wait, can I go back? What if I present this? Make a suggestion like that, but this has absolutely no bearing on the case at hand. Fine. Just a mail file, in my opinion. I can press here for some reason. Much better. I agree. The facts don't care how you feel about them. I think the facts should care how I feel about them. I don't know what to do. I know I have to present. Let me just present his stupid paper everywhere. Present. Present. If I just spam it. They aren't baseless. Yeah, hey, Joey, as much as listening to this guy makes me want to garage on my Eric. This is getting nowhere, and I can't think it's time to step aside and let the experts handle this. Crap. Game over? Are you serious? You can get game overed? What do you think you have in your evidence pile that could prove the editor Nerdwart is lurking in the Jade Lockers? Present this. Oh wait, what about the stupid thing? Objection! Here, I want you to take a look at this. It's a 1/25th injection. Oh, it's a 1L25 injection molded polystyrene mold model of the model Imperial drone last active during the Rustblood zombie rebellion of the Black Age. But, of course, everyone knows that. I didn't, not until you told me earlier. You never did explain that you were doing near the Jade Lockers, especially since you claim to hate Jade drama so much. Could it be that you were looking for something that belonged to you? Oh, he's beginning to sweat. I thought this was probably belonged to, like, Wanchi or the other little kid. I think I'm starting to get the hang of this. What are you waiting for? Swoop in for the kill. Of course, if it doesn't belong to you, you wouldn't mind if I tossed it out. Wait. Objection. Well, before you get rolling, let me save you from wasting your breath. Yes, it's very clear for you to have manufactured an anti-alibi out of thin air, but you've made one very serious logical error that I simply cannot overlook. Oh? Did you forget the basic conceit of this trial? I think I might have, actually. There's so much going on, it's getting a little hard to follow. Then let me brief you on the case so far. We were trying to figure out who broke into Bronya's locker. Even if Tigiri is the perpetrator of this disgusting nerd object, how does that give him motive? Sweet obs from the auditor. I don't know if this is a sword boy worth any of our time. Once again, we are arrived at the only logical conclusion based on the evidence presented. Your client is Gil G-U-I-L-T-Y. Great. No. Now, just a minute, Stells. Give us a chance to mount our rebuttal before gloating, would ya? Is that customary under this new hip trial process? Of course not, but we're running a lab of sorts here. What kind of experiment would it be if we didn't test all the variables, huh? Oh, you know just how to sweet-talk me. And how does His Honorable Tyranny feel about allowing the defense to mount a rebuttal? He's gonna allow it. I mean, allow it. Yay! One chance. Better pick carefully or it's game over, buddies. Let's take another look at the evidence and see if we can figure out why Tigiri was hanging around the Jade Lockers. Looks like there was a crack in the drone model that... Ah! Okay. Yeah. Yes, I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure. What you got for us, Joe? This. A few years ago, I stepped on my brother's Tiger handheld and cracked the screen. There was no way I could glue it back together, but my babysitter showed me how you could use clear nail polish to seal cracks in delicate surfaces while also preventing further damage. I mean, she didn't put it like that. She explained that nitrocellulose dissolved in butyl acetate would form a clear, flexible varnish over the LCD screen. You can seal hairline fractures without ruining the way something looks. Smart. Tigiri has done nothing but mock the Jades for their delicate behavior since this case started. So he must have known that one of them would have something like this in their lockers. Compelling argument, Joe. What say to witness? He looks so upset. I cannot confirm or deny anything. What? Oh, my God. What do you mean by that? He pleads the fifth. Let me explain. While your supposition asserts that the culprit in this case would have to possess advanced reflexes, refined instincts, and intellects within the top percentile, you've only provided the material motive. You have yet to present a cogent psychological reason to prove Miss Ursama's accusation. Is this something we really care about? Of course. You're deeply thirsty for a glimpse into my dark and tortured soul. It actually sounds like you have a pretty good idea of where you want this to go, so why don't you just tell us? As expected of a low IQ thin blood. No sense of drama or suspense. This guy has a real issue. He has such tiny little hands. I can't get over how tiny little hands are. I feel like I could wrap my whole hand around his one wrist and then just shake him. I don't know why I added the shaking part. I think it's because I'm mildly annoyed with him, so I just want to kind of throw him off the train myself. Why would I hand you the key to my defeat? In the immortal words of the famous philosopher Patera Pater, hit me with your best shot. Oh my God. Well... This moron wants you to prove why he'd want to steal the book. Oh, this shit. I have something that can prove you wanted to read Fresh Teeth. I have your internet history. How'd you even get that? I mean, how is this going to help your case? All you're going to prove is that I am a genius of the highest caliber who spends his day exploring literary masterworks. Reading literary masterworks? More like reading cheap, exploitative, X-rated nonsense. I implore the court to look further at some of these searches. Female rainbow drinker, reader quadrant vacillation, fang femdom. Bioluminescent waifu gifts, 2D animated 3D PD. Female rainbow drinker, mate sprite reader, hurt comfort, Quizilla XXX, suck me bone dry. Need I go further? You're making a mockery of my intellectualism. These are searches for only the most serious of scholarly works. Then do you care to explain why you were searching for this weird stuff if not to get your rocks off? Nothing but my internet history is salacious in the least. Only a noob would call it filthy. Oh my god. But inevitably I owe you no thorough explanation, for my internet searches relate to only the most sensitive of topics. A man's waifu. And if you're forcing me to reveal my waifu without consent, well, that's essentially challenging me to a duel. Just tell me the answer. Just tell me. Just tell me the truth. Unless, of course, your waifu is... I'm proud to say that my waifu lives among the highest of echelons. Even god tiers does not suffice to describe it. It's pretty clear that he didn't do it, but I'm not sure how to proceed. If we dismiss him now, Susan might just end the trial right there and declare Daria guilty. Then why not just let him dig his own grave? Because that wouldn't be right either. I don't want him getting convicted just because he's an idiot. We need to prove Daria innocent by finding the real culprit, not by throwing someone else under the bus. Interesting take. It's the correct take! It's the correct take! It's... Please stop killing each other! You're adding challenging variables to my theory of defensive ledger laceration that I hadn't even considered. They're not challenging variables. We're here to find the truth, right? Sure. The truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. Yes, exactly! Then find the whole truth. Should be easy. Just prove that he never read Fresh Teeth. Right, let's take it from the top. We will take it from the top in the next episode, where we will find out more about Tagiria's strange obsession with rainbow drinkers, I guess. I'll see you guys next time, with no obligations. But I see some people are watching my videos, which is really cool. Hi! Love you guys. Alright, bye.